Hello everybody and welcome back to myPACE. Today we are going to be starting lesson 16, which is discussing whether or not there is a single right path in order for you to achieve your ultimate goal. Now, this is the start of Unit 3, which is really the meat and potatoes of myPACE. Because you have identified what your ultimate career is, and now it's time for you to learn in detail about all of the different pathways. So now you're going to be getting a lot more information about how you can get from Job Corps to your ultimate occupation and the different paths that you can get there with. It's also worth noting that this is lesson 16 out of 30. You are more than halfway done now. So keep cruising, and we're going to be finished with myPACE before you know it. But let's get started and talking about whether or not there is one right path to your goals. On the next slide, we're going to take a look at a graphic that you guys have seen before, most specifically in lesson 2 in that lecture that we had. And the reason that we're doing this is we want you to kind of take stock of what you have already accomplished and where we are going next. As a reminder, this graphic represents your entire career plan. So, N, which is the footstep on the top right, represents your ultimate goal. This is your final step. So we completed this as you made your SMART goal in lesson 15. So that's done. We got that under our belt. Now, we're going to start looking at your midterm goal, which is your placement pathway. So this is where we're currently at. You're going to spend time learning about those different pathways and deciding which one is going to be best for you. And then, in a little bit of time, we're going to start focusing on the short-term goal, which is the program, your trade, but it's also going to include high school. So you can expect that coming within the next few days. But for now, we're going to focus in on how we create steps from your midterm goal to your long-term goal. This maze should look familiar to you, because this is the graphic that I presented to you when we first introduced our concept of backwards planning, where we begin at the end and work our way backwards until we get to the beginning. Now, when I first brought up this concept, I talked about how having 4 options to choose from can feel really overwhelming, and you don't know which path is going to lead to the end of the maze. What I didn't tell you at the time is that all 4 of those options did lead to the end. You were able to reach the end of the maze through any of them. There wasn't a wrong answer. And if you want to fact check me, you are more than welcome to. But I can show you right now that B has 4 solutions by itself. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them have the same start and end point. Some are longer than others, but ultimately they all have the same ending point. We're going to begin by talking about the placement pathways from a very broad perspective. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, you should see an archway, and that archway represents Job Corps. And the very first step outside of that archway is going to be your midterm goal. So this is the very first thing that you are going to be doing after you complete your Job Corps basic training here. Now, on the right-hand side is a staircase, and this is going to signify your climb to your ultimate career, which is why at the very top of that staircase, you see your final step. This is your end game. So now let's talk about some ways for you to start climbing that staircase. The orange arrow is going to take you directly to the bottom of the stairs, but you might have some issues moving your way up from there, and there's a chance that you might be stuck at the bottom. The yellow arrow signifies that you came to the workplace with all of the requirements to set yourself up for a promotion, and you were able to quickly move your way up to the second step. The green arrow involved a little bit of a detour, so it was not as direct initially, but where did we end up? We skipped the bottom altogether. We were able to not have to wait to prove ourselves, and we're already on that second step. The blue arrow has a significant detour, but if we look at where we end up when we do decide to start climbing that staircase, we end up only one slot away from our end game. The purple arrow represents what we would call a lack of planning. So this is what I refer to as the assistant managers at Taco Bell. So this is somebody with all of those big dreams of climbing their own staircase, reaching their own goal, but then they started working at Taco Bell and suddenly the assistant manager position was available and they ended up climbing a staircase they had no intention of climbing. And suddenly it's been 12 years and they are just waiting for the manager to retire so that they can move into management. This is not career planning. If you're having issues finding a job in your dream occupation, it makes a lot more sense for you to take a step down on the staircase instead of getting off it altogether. The dark blue arrow here represents a complete lack of commitment and direction. After making excuses, a number of false starts, and just continuing to justify why you haven't done anything yet, when you stop and take stock of what it is that you have done and where you are, much like what we talked about in lesson 15 in that discussion between Alice and the Cheshire Cat, you know that you have ended up somewhere. But there's something very wrong here. And if we look at that arrow, the main problem is that you're facing the wrong way. This is also not career planning. We don't want you to be going in circles. This is where you are going to use those SMART goals that you're setting for yourself to create a clear and definable path for yourself through a great career plan that can help everybody who's helping you out along the way. So now let's talk about these a little bit in more detail, one at a time, at least for an introductory standpoint. Entry-level work is the pathway that you all are the most familiar with. You come into Flint Hills Job Corps, you get your training, you graduate, and you immediately start climbing that staircase and get a job. And this is awesome. So what this is going to do is you're immediately starting to earn money and you are building experience in your field, assuming that you are getting that job that is directly related to the field that you want to go into. And over time, you can prove yourself to be management material and start making your way up the staircase. Something to keep in mind, though, is that if your ultimate occupation does require something like an associate's degree or some type of additional education, there's a good chance that you might need to step off of the staircase to go get more education in your pursuit of your ultimate goal. And once you get that education, you can make your way up to the next step and then ultimately to your final goal. Something that I would caution you about is going to seek that additional education later in life. While there is nothing wrong with going to college and getting that additional education when you are a little bit older, you need to be aware that right now, since you are between the ages of 16 and 24, the fact that you are young is incredibly advantageous to you. So that means that you're able to take advantage of all of that education longer and earlier in your life. And when you think about it, when you do get older, eventually you have a work-home balance. And when you throw in school to that element, it could potentially be disruptive. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you do have a steady job that you have to work regular hours. Be aware of that time commitment. And if that's something that you're comfortable doing, by all means do it. I know people that have gotten their PhD in their 40s and they are rocking it. So if it's something that you feel like you can do, awesome, and go for it. Just make sure that your eyes are wide open. Again, I do want to reiterate this idea of the Taco Bell assistant manager. Don't take a step off the staircase. If you think of it in a realistic perspective, have you ever gone into a building and climbed up to the 3rd floor to find out that the room that you needed was in a completely different building on the 3rd floor? And you're mad at yourself. Like, man, I climbed all those stairs for nothing. Because let's be honest, stairs suck. So we want you to avoid that. Stay on the right staircase. It's better to move down 1 or 2 stairs than have to realize that you were in the wrong building the entire time. Stay on track. If you're looking at being an RN, it's easier to take a job as a CNA if you're having issues finding something than going and working at Taco Bell. So stay on track. Apprenticeships are essentially prolonged paid on-the-job training. So what this is somebody who is willing to train you while you work for them. You are being molded into the employee that they want you to be. And so, more often than not, people who complete apprenticeships with companies immediately get hired as a full-time journeyman employee once they complete the apprenticeship. And then when a promotion opportunity becomes available, they are more likely to hire you because you know exactly how things should be run because they were the ones that taught you. You were less risky to invest in terms of promotions compared to somebody who worked outside of the company. So you're able to quickly make your way up the staircase. And if your ultimate goal does require that you step off the staircase and get more education, at this point in your career, you have built so much rapport with that company that you apprenticed and now work for that maybe they would be willing to pay for your education. This is something very common that happens. If they believe in you as a candidate for a promotion, they might fully support you going and getting that education. And once you've completed it, they hire you back on, quote unquote, and then it's just a matter of that last promotion to get where it is that you want to go. Next, we have college. So apprenticeships, entry-level work, you are immediately kind of going in and starting to climb that staircase. But depending on the pathway that you're looking at, you might have to get that education. So why wait to get it when you could just get it out of the way early? And you're reaping the benefits of that education for longer and as early as you possibly can. So the college and ACT pathway is going to allow you to complete college, and then you get hired on and you start climbing your staircase, and you're able to skip a significant amount of steps because you don't have to prove yourself. You have the skills and education needed in order to be just a couple steps away from your dream goal compared to an entire staircase. The armed services are another amazing opportunity for you guys. So joining the military with a clear vision of where it is that you want to go can really set you up for success because there are a lot of amazing benefits that the military offers. In this example, you complete a full contract in the United States Air Force. And then once you've completed that contract, you decide you want to take advantage of what is referred to as the GI Bill. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what the GI Bill is, this pays for your college. So now you are set up in the exact same scenario as the previous slide. But the difference here is it might have taken a little bit more time, but you don't have to pay back any of those loans. College was free for you. Now it's just a matter of that one promotion. Advanced training is essentially shifting the goalpost, which is why we have a second archway here. So what advanced training is once you complete your basic training with us at Flint Hills Job Corps, you will leave our center and go and attend advanced training at another center. And once you complete that advanced training, you're able to skip that first step because you have even more experience than when you came in. For the example of the licensed practicing nurse, you are able to go in and get hired as an LPN because you're qualified for that, not just a CNA. You get the next step up. And so then you're able to climb your way up that staircase. And if you do need to step off of the staircase and go get more education, you have spent a significant amount of time with us at Job Corps honing your skills and being able to have stress management, decision making, reliability, dependability, all of our career success standards directly applied to allowing you to succeed in college. This is going to be no skin off your nose because you have spent time preparing for it. And then it's just a matter of that last promotion. In the coming lessons, you are going to have a lot more detail about all of the pathways. There are 5 lectures in the next 5 lessons, 1 each, and each lesson is a pathway. So, knowledge is power. Make sure that you are taking a look at what these are going to offer you.